Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm gonna do a classic rock reaction. This is Led Zeppelin, man. Led Zeppelin's fourth studio album, and we're going into side 2, and we're doing a song called Four Sticks. Before I get this poppin', man, I'd just like to give a shout out and a thanks very much to Jack Dennett. Jack, thanks very much, man. Thank you for the link. I appreciate it. And thanks for being a new subscriber. All right, man. Let us check this out, man. Led Zeppelin, Four Sticks. Four Sticks. Let's get it. I like how the guitars come in there. Wow.
Dream
That was 4 Sticks. Led Zeppelin. First off, I like it. I like it very much. I really, really like the instrumentation. Really, really dig the drums and the guitars. It's got a very, very haunting feel to it, mystical feel. Kind of took me on a bit of a trip of imagination there. You know what it actually, at some point in time, you know what I was actually thinking? I don't know how this came into my mind. Well, I know how it came into my mind. I was trying to get a grasp on lyrically what the song was trying to tell me. I was struggling in between if he was singing about a relationship that's gone dry like a river, and now he needs to get away because he doesn't feel the same and the love is gone, something like that. And then after, I got a feeling it isn't just about that. Like in the last part of the verses, it's talking about of times past, something about the boots of those who march. So there's a couple of messages in this song. I'm gonna have to listen a few more times to get the gist of what the song is really saying to me. And I'm gonna have to read the lyrics. But overall though, as first impressions go, the song is really, really cool. I really, really like it. Oh yeah, I was gonna tell you what I was thinking about. Almost made me laugh out loud. I was thinking about, as I was trying to get the meaning of the song, I was visualizing Vikings. And then immediately my mind went to Vikings making love. That crazy ass statement that Jack Black made when he was doing presentations at the Kennedy Center Honors Forum. And so, this song had me thinking about all kinds of things. But overall, great, fantastic tune, man. And really, really great drumming. The drumming just slayed me. And the guitars that kind of thunder down with it. And then they have that down, down, and that break. Powerful, man. Thunderous. And then the synthesizer came in later on. That was really cool. It kind of gave it a different feel and a different tone. And kind of like some acoustics in there as well. Overall, it's a great song, man. It's really different, though. I mean, I'm wrapping my mind around the fact that it's just really, really different. And it's, that's the thing, though, about Led Zeppelin. They, of all the bands that I've listened to so far, I think they've stretched me the furthest away from my upbringing, away from my roots. I'm so far removed, so far and away from my origins. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing. I mean, I like being challenged, but it's just this song. It's just so different, different but good, and I really like it. I would have to listen to it a bunch of times and grow more of a love for it. It isn't an immediate love for it as if there was like an immediate love for my very first reaction to a Led Zeppelin song, but I do like it, and I know that I'll grow to like it the more I listen to it and get an idea for what it's really saying, So that's my impression. And I got a little bit of a lead in from some of you, describing it, you're like, okay, yeah, 4 Sticks is coming up. It's really, really different. It's one of those things you're either going to really like or you're not going to like. And just prepare yourself because it's very, very different. And I get that. And I totally now understand what you mean. But I'm in the category of, yes, it's very, very different, but I like it, because it's different. Anyway, man, let us do a little bit of reading here, see if we can learn anything about the song and how it came about, the motivation, especially what the lyrics mean, because I like to try and break down and analyze lyrics, but I'm not getting a really good impression of it. Well, I'm getting two main impressions of it, but I just don't think that I'm on point. So let's do a little reading now. I'm going to introduce the band and then a little song info. So let's introduce the band. Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin were an English rock band formed in London in 1968. The group consisted of guitarist Jimmy Page, singer Robert Plant, bassist and keyboardist John Paul Jones, and drummer John Bonham. The band's heavy guitar-driven sound has led them to be cited as one of the progenitors of heavy metal. Their style drew from a wide variety of influences, including blues, psychedelia, and folk music. After changing their name from the New Yardbirds, Led Zeppelin signed a deal with Atlantic Records that afforded them considerable artistic freedom. Although the group were initially unpopular with critics, they achieved significant commercial success. Can you hear the bird outside? I don't know what his problem is, but he's just chirping his head off, man. It's like, 5 in the morning, too. Led Zeppelin are widely considered one of the most successful, innovative, and influential rock groups in history. They're one of the best-selling music artists in the history of audio recording. Various sources estimate the group's record sales at 200 to 300 million units worldwide. With RIAA certified sales of 111.5 million units, they are the third best-selling band in the US. They were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1995. The museum's biography of the band states that they were as influential during the 1970s as the Beatles were during the 1960s. Excellent accomplishments, man. Alright, so Four Sticks. Four Sticks is a song by English rock band Led Zeppelin from their 1971 fourth album. The title reflects drummer John Bonham's performance with 2 sets of 2 drumsticks, totaling 4. Okay, 4 sticks. He used 4 sticks on this track. Just trying to get a visual of that. Wow. He only recorded 2 takes of the song because, as Jimmy Page says, quote, "It was physically impossible for him to do another," unquote. So I'm guessing that he used 4 sticks to really get a very, very powerful, thunderous sound. I've never heard of using 4 sticks in drumming before. Is that a common thing? I don't imagine it's a common thing because Page is saying that it was very, very hard. So let me know, musicians out there, have you used 4 sticks, and why did you use 4 sticks? Did you use it to get more of a strong, thunderous impression from the drums? I'm guessing that's what you get out of it. Let me know. Like their song, Black Mountainside, this contains elements of Indian music. A year later, Jimmy Page and Robert Plant recorded a new version of the song, along with friends, with local musicians who they've traveled with to Bombay. Page and Plant weren't happy with the recordings, and they were never officially released. They can be found on bootlegs called the Bombay Sessions. Okay. Yeah, I definitely get the Indian references. Jimmy Page and Robert Plant wrote this song before heading to Headley Grange, a mansion in Hampshire, England, to record it with the rest of the band. The song was very difficult to record, and the shifting beats were very unusual. The end result was an oddity, said Page. It was supposed to be abstract. A lot of work was done on this song at Island Studios in London, where overdubs were added. The vocals were heavily processed and given an electronic sound, and a synthesizer solo was added to the second middle 8th section. Engineer Andy Johns put a compressor on the drums when he recorded them, which made mixing the track very difficult for him. You can't uncompress a track if the effects doesn't sound right. Quote, "It was a bastard to mix," he said, unquote. Led Zeppelin played this live only once in Denmark on their 1970 European tour. Only once. Yo, that's telling you something. But then again, if you're going to be doing a lot of overdubbing and stuff, it doesn't sound exactly the same. Maybe it was just a little bit too far removed from the signature sound. Maybe that's why they don't record it live. If you know more about that, let me know. When the band was developing this song at Headley Grange, John Bonham was getting quite frustrated with it, but this led to a breakthrough. After downing a beer, he blasted out a riff pattern about the intro to Little Richard's 1957 song, Keep a Knockin', which featured acclaimed session drummer Earl Palmer on the Skins. Jimmy Page quickly came up with a guitar riff, and they had a completely different song on their hands. They postponed work on Four Sticks and started working up this new song, which turned out to be Rock and Roll. Okay, Rock and Roll, yeah, I remember that it came out of, okay, so Four Sticks is what they were trying to nail. Okay, I'm comparing the variants in my head now between Four Sticks and Rock and Roll. Okay, yeah, wow, all right. This was released as the B-side of Rock and Roll. In '94, Plant and Page had rejoined in musical collaboration as Page and Plant. On the 25th of August and the 26th, they performed the song. This new version of Four Sticks was also included on the album No Quarter, Jimmy Page and Robert Plant Unleaded. Plant played a version of the song during his solo tour in 2005, as is included on the DVD release Soundstage, Robert Plant and the Strange Sensation. A different version of this song is included on the remastered deluxe 2 CD version of Led Zeppelin 4, listed as Four Sticks Alternate Mix. It was recorded on the 2nd of November 1970 at Island Studios No. 2 in London with engineer Andy Johns and assistant engineer Tony. It lasts 4 minutes and 33 seconds, while the original version is 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Okay, so that is Wikipedia song fact info on Four Sticks. What I was really after as well is to get a lyrical meaning of the song, because I don't feel that I'm nailing it. I don't feel that I'm getting the full gist of the song's meaning. I have a feeling it has a lot more to do with just a relationship going dry, a relationship no longer that has love in it. There's more. I know that there's a mention of times past. So I'm going to have to read the lyrics and then listen a few more times and maybe do a little bit more research. But that's where you come in, man. It's great to have this relationship with you guys. Let me know what this song is about. Let me know if I'm close, if I'm on point. I feel that I'm just not on point. And let me know what I'm missing. That's what it is. I feel like I'm missing a really big chunk of the meaning of the song and the message he's trying to convey. I'm not getting it. So let me know about that. That's frustrating as hell when I can't piece together what a song means. But anyway, man, hey, all together, it's a great song. It's really, really different. But I really like it. And I get the feel, I get the idea of the Eastern influences in it, and but I still have that Viking image in my damn head now, and I think of Jack Black. I hope that every time I listen to this song, I'm not thinking of Jack Black, man. But excellent song, and I really have a greater appreciation for it now, knowing how difficult it was to come by, knowing how challenging it was to John Bonham nailing the drums, and but thankful that they really pressed on with it, because out of it as well, we got rock and roll. Rock and roll, man. That was my very first introduction to Led Zeppelin. So I thank you guys on many levels. Thank you very much for that. All right. So, man, let me scroll down here real quick before I bounce, man. And okay, I wrote a few notes here, so I just want to, I wrote 3 things here. So first off, where are we? This is the 26th or the 27th of May, as this is being published. So what I want to do first off, Artist of the Month, I want to give my patrons a little shake up. Patrons, please, my voting patrons for Artist of the Month, silver and up, please let me know what your recommendations are for Artist of the Month of June. And get it to me as soon as you can. The sooner the better. And we can go from there. There's still a bunch of you that haven't let me know what your recommendations are. I'm now starting to kind of identify who the voting patrons are and who they aren't. Even though that there are some that are in the silver level and above, some of them don't basically give recommendations. They just want to support me at a certain level, which is fine. Thank you for that. And if you don't want to participate in the Artist of the Month recommendations, and that's fine. That's totally fine. So no pressure there. But the ones that do, and I'm starting to recognize who you are running very, very, very late in your votes, and it seems to be always the same people who do this. Then the first of the month comes, and now you're sending me your recommendations, and it's too late. So please let me know what your recommendations are for Artist of the Month as soon as you can, before the last day, preferably. Even the last hour of the last day, I'll accept it, but don't wait till that long. All right. So that's Artist of the Month. Okay. And secondly, Patreon exclusive. I've been getting a number of messages and questions from some of you as to what is this new Patreon exclusive that I'm doing. And what it is basically is just I'm doing a grouping of reactions exclusively for my patrons. I won't get into it in detail because I did that in a previous Led Zeppelin reaction. But what I'll do for you is, just so to answer your questions, is I'll link in the description 2 links, one explaining and addressing what Patreon exclusive is, and an example of a Patreon exclusive reaction, just so that you see what it is and what we're up to with that. So I won't talk at length about that because I did that before. So just check out the links in the description to answer those questions. Okay, my last note here. Okay. Okay, just a slightly serious topic. I want to speak to some of you about the length of the comments that you leave in the comment section. My last Led Zeppelin post was Misty Mountain Hop, and in it I had asked a question of certain people. And what the result was that, yes, I got a lot of answers to those questions, but unfortunately, it resulted in a landslide of comments and repetitive posts, copies and postings and copying and pastings and that sort of thing. And it literally littered the comment section to the point where it got so saturated that it actually irritated and annoyed a number of subscribers. So they were saying to me that, man, I don't mind coming into the comment section, but I keep encountering these long ass posts, and a lot of the times it's the same thing that's been copied and pasted, and it's littered throughout your comment section. It's just annoying as hell. I get it, I understand, and apologies for that, especially where Misty Mountain Hop is concerned, because I am partially to blame. I asked a question of some of my subscribers, and that was the result of that question. So apologies on my part, but I'm going to ask that from now on, going forward, where especially my regular returning subscribers are concerned, please limit your posts in the comment section to a paragraph or less. You can say what you need to say in a paragraph or less. I'm asking you to do that for a couple of reasons. One, it's in consideration for your other subscribers. Two, it's in consideration to me as well, because I got home and I sat down and I started to go through it, and I looked up and almost 3 hours had passed and I still wasn't through for that particular reaction, that particular day. And I really want to at least read every single comment, because it gives me an idea of what's going on with the song. It teaches me things, but at the same time, it gives me a chance to make sure I touch every comment, because I can sift through it and separate the good comments from the bad ones. There's people in the comment sections that are very, very rude, very deliberate, insult other subscribers, call people names, start all kinds of strife in the comment sections, or direct a lot of harshness towards me. So I want to be able to at least have the chance to read everything and sift through that, and then, if necessary, weed out those comments and even weed out those particular rude individuals, even blocking them, right? So a lot of the times I might not catch that because I'm so caught up in reading. And when I got home and I was reading, I didn't even have a chance to actually respond. So from now on going forward, and I'm going to post reminders on every single post that I make, just to remind people and new subscribers coming in, please limit your comments down to one paragraph or less. That's going to help me, and it's consideration for your other fellow subscribers. Do not litter the comment sections with all sorts of copies and pastes and all of these different sorts of things. It's not showing consideration. So I'm going to ask you for that. Please and thank you. All right. What else do I have here? Okay, yeah, man. So my next Led Zeppelin reaction is a song called Going to California. And where are we now? Yeah, so if we're on the 27th, so look for it in about a week's time. I'd say maybe in the first week of June, the new month, and we'll go from there. That's basically, I'm kind of stretching it out based on my life schedule and how many times I post. I like to include at least one Led Zeppelin reaction a week. I know that you guys are big fans of Led Zeppelin, and it gets a tremendous amount of views. And if I miss more than a couple of days, I get a whole barrage of, yo man, where's the next Led Zeppelin post? What the hell is this? You should see some people. So there's some crazy fanatical Led Zeppelin fans out there. And definitely, of course, I'm becoming a fan myself. But yeah, just so you know, based on my life and what I'm doing, it's stretched out a little bit. So yeah, look for my next Led Zeppelin post in about a week's time, going to California. Okay, so that's my reaction, man. The Four Sticks, love the song, excellent. I gotta give it a few more listens, and I'm going to download and read the lyrics so I can get a good gist of it. But give me your spin on what this song is about, and break it down for me so I can understand, because I'm not getting it fully. I know I'm not. Anyway, man, thanks for joining me. Take care, and I'll see you in my next Zeppelin reaction. Peace.